Hi, my name is Ricky. I'm a global support engineer on the platform team, and today I'm going to show you how to import Drive firmware into the Nautilus utility. To begin, open up the DRAC on a server, and we're going to go ahead and check the storage, and we're going to look at the physical disks to see what model they are and what the current firmware is. As you can see, the drives are all the same model, and the firmware is on EJ39. In separate tabs, I have the Nautilus utility, which I will go ahead and download, and I also have the hard drive firmware that I'm going to use to update. I'm going to go ahead and download the Microsoft 64-bit exe package. Alright, let's go to the downloads folder. Here I'm going to go ahead and double click on the Nautilus utility. When it pops up, you can see that it's going to want to extract somewhere. For ease, I'm just going to make the folder at C Del Nautilus. Alright, we'll come back to that in a moment. We're going to go ahead and double click on the Drive Del Update package. There's an extract option, so we're going to go ahead and extract it. I'm going to extract it to a folder right in the Downloads folder just for ease of this video. Let's go ahead and navigate into the Nautilus files here. If you drill down into these directories, you'll see a directory for files, and in there you'll see FW for firmware. You'll see disk, SAS SATA, and if you start looking around, you'll see all the different vendors, and within their vendors, you'll see the different firmware files for the different model of drives. I'm going to delete the disk folder with all of the firmware files to demonstrate that we don't need the folder structure to perform the task we're going to perform using Nautilus, but also to make our end result a smaller image. Now I'm going to go ahead and go to the extracted driver file. You can see there's a payload folder. I'm going to copy that firmware file. I'm going to put it right into the firmware directory in the Nautilus utility. Next, we will go ahead and open the USB make exe in the Nautilus folder. Here you can see you can utilize a USB drive if you have one. In this instance, I'm going to go ahead and create a bootable ISO file instead. I'm going to go ahead and just put the bootable ISO right in the downloads folder. Hit create. There we go. Back at the iDRAC, I'm going to go ahead and connect the virtual media using the virtual console and boot to it. Now that we have the ISO connected in the virtual media, I'm at the one-shot UV boot menu. I'll go ahead and select virtual optical drive, and it will boot up to the Nautilus utility. Here in the utility, you can see that it gives me a report of the 3 drives and what the current revision is. Clicking on a single drive will update that one drive. As you can see, it notes that there is a revision, EJ45, that it can be updated to from EJ39. At the bottom left, you can see it's processing. You will get a result that all tests passed, and you can see firmware updated successfully to revision EJ45. Clicking the play button will update all of the drives connected. Now that we have updated all the drives, we will go ahead and exit the utility. Clicking exit at the top right, you'll get to this screen where you can type exit and hit enter. And I'm also going to unmount the ISO from the virtual media so it does not try to boot to it again. Let's go ahead and check the storage. I'm going to go to the first physical disk, and as you can see, it does reflect EJ45. Let's go to the second. Looking at this, we see that it reflects EJ39. This is simply a matter of needing to refresh the inventory. I'm going to go ahead and reboot the node so that it collects inventory and restart the iDRAC so it reestablishes communication. Now that we're back in the iDRAC, let's go ahead and check on the storage. Looking at the physical disks, as I expand each one, you can see that they are now reflecting EJ45 and have been updated successfully. Thank you for joining me in using the Nautilus tool to update hard drive firmware. Check out our other videos on the channel, and as always, thank you for choosing Dell. Have a wonderful day.